Uh, Not a big fan of snow levels in video games in general, but nevertheless, we have one ahead of us here today on Let's Play Revenge of the Flying Dutchman Game Boy Advance. This is Snow Business, the third and final level of Chapter 2. After this, we just have the boss, and then we're done with the chapter completely. So, let's do this. XBXDBN, I think is the password if you're following along. It was on screen there just a moment ago, in case you need it. SpongeBob, business is slow because of this snowstorm. I need you to deliver this hot Krabby Patty chili for me. Don't let it get cold. Aye aye, Captain. But we already established in a Season 5 episode that customers actually love frozen Krabby Patties, but whatever. Whatever. But I'm just saying, if this is Krabs a la mode, the Krusty Krab would be actually getting a lot of business right now. Because it actually happened in that episode. Also, in this level, there are no bottomless pits whatsoever. It may seem like it sometimes, but there aren't. None whatsoever. What'll happen instead is you'll fall to these lower rooms that don't really have anything in them. You just have to make your way back up to the upper room, basically. And this is the first appearance of blue jellyfish. Yeah, blue jellyfish. They move in circles. That's all there is to them. So we'll be seeing those throughout the rest of the game, but there we go. We just made our way back up. Now let's try and not fall this time, but yeah, unfortunately that's going to be a thing that's happening if you're not used to, you know, ice physics, because you will be dealing with them in this level, so be very careful. Usually my way of doing it is just to not move at all, like when you're on the ground, like if you have to move, just jump and then move while you're in the air. That's usually how I get around the ice controls, basically. Ice physics, I mean. There we go. Oh! Should probably press the L button because we have boots now. Yes, with the boots we can now jump higher, which is a major improvement over having to use Jellyfish. I don't know why I completely forgot I had them until now, but yeah, I did. I apologize for that. So anyways, down here we have a very easy to miss treasure, or very easy miss chest. But yeah, with the boots, they almost, if you jumped a little higher, they would basically make the bounce bubbles obsolete, but they don't. You still jump higher with the bounce bubbles, but still. Hey, it's Squidward! Hey, Squidward! Quit following me, SpongeBob. I'm trying to practice. Oh. Okay. I respect your decision, Squidward. Okay, but seriously, yeah, we gotta keep on talking to Squidward. Hey, Squidward! Quit following me, SpongeBob. I'm trying to practice. Oh. Okay, so I left the room, so that's the issue. Hey, Squidward! Go away, SpongeBob. Okay. Hey, Squidward! What do you want, SpongeBob? Hey, Squidward! Can't you see I'm practicing, SpongeBob? And then... See what you made me do, SpongeBob? Yep, you have to annoy Squidward in order to progress further on here. That's pretty funny. Alright, so in case you didn't already have them before, the normal bubbles again. I don't know why, but whatever. I'll take it. But still, it's still helpful to have the extra jump anyways if you need it for off of these green jellyfish. Now let me move on to this next room here. Now, the first couple times I practiced this level, I had a lot of trouble with getting all doubloons, but nevertheless, I am determined to get all of them this time. The last time I did practice, I did get all 200, so I know I can do it. Okay, so after the second room, as I see on my notes here, we're supposed to have 21 doubloons, which we did, so we're good so far. Okay. Now let's start by going down here. This pair of underwear. Okay, so there's a door right there. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. What I try to do, basically, is I try to clear every single room I go into. And if I can, and go through the doors that, well, basically I go through process of elimination and determine what what doorway should go through next. So we cannot get up to where those other doubloons were, so we move on to this room right here. Now, this room right here is where you're first going to start to encounter the biggest challenge of this level, and that is the wind. There is a wind in this level, like wind physics. Like sometimes it'll blow you to the left, sometimes it'll blow you to the right. That's basically the challenge of this particular part of the level. So you need to, like, it's very periodic. Like sometimes it won't move at all. Sometimes it'll move you to the right. Sometimes it'll move you to the left. And it's not there's not really any pattern to it, so you just have to kind of wait until it's blowing in the right direction if you need to, because if it's blowing against you, you're going to have a very difficult time making it to the next area, basically. Not only that, but when you're jumping on these branches, these coral, they do have a tendency to collapse under you, so you need to, like, I think they last for like 5 seconds after you first jump onto them, and then they'll collapse, so that's another thing you have to worry about on this level, and eventually they will regenerate though, so you just gotta wait sometimes. Really what this level comes down to is patience. If you do that, you'll do just fine. So we got the float bubble, we need strong bubble in order to destroy those obstacles, but we'll get into that later. First of all, let's make sure that there's nothing else we can get in this room before we go up that shaft, because essentially we want the strong bubbles, and we could go through this door right here too. That's another option. Or actually, no, that's where we came in. Yeah, I guess you can also get lost too. That's another thing about this level, but still, as long as you pay close attention, you'll be fine. Let's see where this one takes us, because I'm pretty sure there's another shaft up here. Oh, there isn't. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so we're gonna go up that shaft in the top left. Okay. Don't fail me, float bubble. Don't fail me. Oh, God. Oh, crap. Yep, see, that's where the wind can screw you over, just like that. Ah! That's where the collapsing platforms can screw you over. See what I'm talking about? Okay. Oh, God. Ah! Yeah, that wind is very, very annoying. It can really screw you over when you're trying to make these vertical floats, I guess. And here we have the Jellyfish Rodeo. That's what's up here. Okay. Is there anything to the right? Nope, there isn't. Okay, so let's do the Jellyfish Rodeo for this level. Here we go. There's 100 doubloons on this one. Let's see how I do. Oh, already missed one. It's really frustrating whenever you lose one in the first, few seconds of the stage. But whatever. But yeah, like I was saying before, this is proof right here that the games started off okay and they got better and better. And yes, so this is obviously the best out of the SpongeBob games we played so far in the marathon. Although I will say the same cannot be said for the console version. We haven't played it yet in this marathon, but I can already tell you how that's gonna go. Well, I'm not gonna be negative on it necessarily, but I will say that in this particular case of the multi-platforms, this is definitely the much better one, the handheld version. The console version is pretty meh, basically. It's basically the best way to put it. I do like it. I would play it over Legend of Lost Spatula, but yeah, it's definitely not the best of the console games. Oh, dang it! Okay, I don't know for sure, but I think I'm back to where I was before, so yeah. The thing is, this jellyfish that you're riding has a mind of its own, so the controls are not as straightforward as you would think. You know, it's not simple. Like, basically it kind of moves a bit itself, so you have to be aware of that whenever you're making movement. But either way, we're almost at the end here. But yeah, I missed another one on the way here, but it wasn't the same one I missed in the original playthrough, but still, it was still one. But there we go. Made it to the end this time. We got bonus health and bonus lives. Four bonus lives. That's awesome. See, even missing just one is still very much worth it to go through those. Okay. Now keep in mind, this level is designed with the special boots, like... Yeah, it's designed with the special boots in mind. Hey, that rhymes. Cool. Okay, but basically the main reason you go into this room is to get the float bubble, but you're going to want to keep in mind these barriers that you need the strong bubble for. Just keep them in mind for later, because you're going to need to remember that if you're going to want to get all the doubloons. But now with the float bubble, we can, well, first of all, let's get this extra pair of underwear. And then go up here, and now we can progress through these doubloons up here. And we can see where this takes us. Okay, so with that, we now have 53. We're still looking good. Let's jump over the blue jellyfish here. Get the first key. I think that's the first one. Yep, it is. Okay. So yeah, if you pause the game, you can see what keys you have so far. Okay. There we go. And you can go up here for an extra pair of underwear again, and more doubloons. But overall, there's not much to this room. It's just a kind of a horizontal hallway, basically, is all it is. And you should have 66 at the end of this room. Well, come on. Wind? Seriously, Wind, I hate you. Oh, okay, so look at this. There's a little kid out in the middle of a blizzard, standing here, waiting for food. Why can't we deliver this to the kid's house? Like, seriously, this is insane. This little kid is out here all by himself. Like, I don't... Well, could be herself. Could be it. Could be any gender, but still, like, that doesn't matter. The fact is, this kid's out here all by themselves. Like, that's insane. It's a pleasure to serve you, sir. Okay, so it's a dude. But, like, still, like, it's just messed up. Like, where's this kid's parents? I mean, I guess we saw a house in the background there, so maybe that could be the kid's house. But then again, it's... Still, that's really messed up to have your kid, like, stand outside in the cold winter, winter weather, waiting for your food. Why not just wait in the house? It's just messed up, either way you put it. But either way, out of that, we got the straw bubbles. So, now we can go back to that previous room we were at and move on. I'm gonna go down here first to get this chest with the 5 doubloons inside. And the other barrier that we had before is the one that allows us to progress further on. But at this point, you should have 71 doubloons. If so, then you're on the right track to get all 200 still. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, crap. Okay, so yeah, in this room you're going to start to deal with these falling snowballs. These falling rolling snowballs. And basically they're a lot like the rolling piece of coral that you had in the last level. We also got this blue jellyfish in our way. We gotta knock down some snow in order to move on. Okay, so whenever you see like long straight paths like this, chances are there's gonna be a snowball that's gonna fall down on you. So be ready for it. Just like that. As long as you have good reflexes, you'll be fine. Mine are kind of impaired whenever I'm doing these Let's Play episodes, but nevertheless, we did okay there. Okay. Now here we have another barrier with normal bubbles behind it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, because I want to make sure there's nothing else we can do with the strong bubbles. Well, we definitely need to use these jellyfish as platforms in order to move up, so... Yep, we definitely need the normal bubbles right now, so let's go ahead and get those now. But that's basically my recommendation for going through these levels if you're trying to get 100%, is just to do that. There's definitely more doubloons in this game than there are the console version, and the console version, they weren't really implemented that much. There was no reward for getting all of them, even though I showed you guys how to get all of them in that version anyways. But yeah, there's literally no point to it. You should only collect as many as you need to get the all the collectibles, basically. Well, all the letter tiles, it is. And I guess this is another way how the Game Boy Advance version relates to the console version, is the fact that you're making deliveries to customers just like you do in the console version. But I will say that the delivery system in that game is implemented better than the handheld version. I will give it that. It's one thing that the console version does better. It does a better job implementing the whole delivery plot, I guess, with Mr. Krabs. Okay, we want to... Okay, so we'll need float bubbles in order to get up there, but, yeah, that's basically all there is to it. But we're also going to need strong bubbles in that last room in order to get to that, wherever behind that barrier was, besides those 2 pairs of underwear. Now over here, this is actually the treasure chest that contains the treasure, so keep this in mind for later. Basically, when you're completely done with the level, you just gotta return here. Okay, we're gonna want to have either float bubbles or strong bubbles, because, well, either that, basically we need both of them in order to get everything we need in that previous room. But in the meantime, we have this room. This one is quite a pain. Yep, quite a pain indeed. So let's go ahead and, up here, oh, crap. if I'm not mistaken, you have to depend on the wind in order to get some of the collectibles in this room. And once again, this is another room where there's a where there is actually a pit with a bottom in it. Takes it to the under area where the thing is, like, those areas that you have to go through if you fall down, they're actually pretty generous in this game because they give you a bunch of pairs of underwear in those areas. So falling down really isn't that big of a deal in this level. Keep this strong barrier in mind, especially because this one you're going to be getting like towards the end of the level, and it's very easy to miss this one. Basically, behind that barrier is a chest, and it's by far the easiest one to miss in the entire level. Like, it's very, like, chances are if you end up with 195 doubloons at the end of this level, that's probably the one that you missed. It's that chest back there. And we need to use this jellyfish platform while also contending with the wind. Oh my god, it's so annoying, but we have to deal with it. So, deal with it. Suck it up, Buttercup. That's not what I would say to that kid we had to deliver the chili to, but still. It's just messed up leaving your kid out here in the winter weather like this. Just to pick up your order. Oh crap, we fell. We fell into the dungeon! There's not really much of a dungeon though, again, it's just gonna be a bunch of underwear here. There's not really anything for me to show in here, it's literally just, you're just going through a long hallway, you know, catching the jellyfish and bubbles so they don't get in your way, and collecting some underwear on the way. That's literally all there is to it, so there's nothing really for me to show in those rooms. Okay, now let's go ahead and get that doubloon we missed earlier. And then try this long jump once again, this past this barrier. But yeah, these boots are so helpful to have later on in the game, like especially. Like, that's just another reason why I love this game's implementation of, you know, power-ups better than the console version. The console version, you had the costumes, obviously, but having these power-ups that actually do stuff for you, unlike those costumes you had in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman console version, they just seem... I just think that these are way better than the costumes, basically, because they actually do a lot more for you. And they actually add replayability to previous levels, too. That's another thing. Like, that above all else is what really makes this game for me, is the replay value you get from getting these items later on. Come on. Here we go. Alright, we made it that time. Okay. Like, for example, we're going to have power-ups in the next 2 chapters, and those power-ups will add replay value to these levels because they make it so you can do stuff that you weren't able to do before. But even then, you can still get all the collectibles on the first go-through. But if you don't, you can come back later with those power-ups, and they make it easier to get all the doubloons. So anyways, there's your second key right there, and also the float bubbles. All right, that's just what we needed before. Just what I needed. Speaking of other Game Boy Advance games that I will be playing later on. Okay. Yeah, this is a very long level. We're already up to like 20 minutes here on recording, like we're only about 3/4 of the way done with the level. That's what I was talking about, like in the previous episode, about levels being really long in this game. Especially compared to Super Sponge, like holy crap. Oh god! So with the float bubbles, we're going to go ahead and make our way up here at the very beginning of the room. The thing is, it's actually not a big deal that I fell down back there because, oh, come on. God, that wind is so annoying! So annoying! Okay. Yeah, like I was saying before, it's not a big deal that I was missing, that I fell down to that bottomless pit there, because now that we have the float bubbles, we have what we need to move on to... Well, actually go back to that room, move on to new areas, basically. So now we have 132 doubloons, which is interesting because I had 131 listed on the notes I had, but oh, whatever. So now we're going to... Oh, come on. Dude, seriously? These purple jellyfish really make it annoying trying to make our way back up to the top of this room. But you have to in order to move on. So there you go. Ah! Ah! I absolutely love the challenge of this game. It's like, to me, this is just right. Like, it's not too easy, but it's also not too difficult that I'm pulling my hairs out, basically. Like, this to me is just right, basically. Okay, let's make our way down here. Now, right here is a chest that you want to... Another one you want to keep in mind for later, basically, when you get the strong bubbles, because... The thing is that they're actually... Yeah, they're right here. Okay. But I want to go back real quick. Just like usual with collecting a new bubble power-up, you want to make sure that you can do that you take care of everything you can possibly do with the bubble bubbles you already have. So that's kind of why I went back a little bit to pick up those doubloons, but it was pointless because here we go. So now with the straw bubbles, we can go back and get this one. And we also, if we want to, can go back and get that those other bubbles that, well, that other barrier that I mentioned before to keep in mind. But we don't want to go down there because if we don't, we're not going to be able to get back up here because we need the flow bubble. So we'd be wasting time if that were the case. So what I'm going to do actually instead is break through that, and then we're going to go ahead and break these down real quick. Maybe we can actually do this. There you go. That works. Seemed like we were stuck there, but we weren't. Okay. This is one of the last rooms. Okay, 159, not bad. It's gonna be a very long episode, but you know what? That's this. You guys want longer episodes, so here you go. Here's a longer episode for you. Oh god. Let's see if I can. Can I still get those doubloons? Please tell me I can. I did not mean to open up that chest. Okay, we're good. For some reason, I thought they would disappear after a while, but I don't think that's the case for any doubloons in this game. So I guess I was wrong there. Okay, what's down here? Okay, another door. We'll keep that in mind for later. Oh god. Come on, jump! Thank you. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to make that jump, actually. Okay, is there anything else we can do in here before we go back? Oh, there's these three right here. But, I think at this point you're supposed to go back and get the float bubbles again, actually. And if that's the case, then... Oh, no. You're supposed to go through that door, duh. Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll save that, that chest from that previous room for later. Because, yeah, we want to move on here. Okay, make sure to jump up left here for this chest. That's, again, another one easy to miss. There's so many of these easy to miss chests in this level, and I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Up here we have more of these snow pillars we have to drop down. Okay, now this right here, this is really clever. It looks like you can go through this like you see this passage right here, and you know you can get through it somehow, but you try to walk through, it doesn't work. So what do? Try ducking. That's really incredible. And for that, you can get the bounce bubble. But real quick, we're going to first of all keep the strong bubble real quick because we want to break one more barrier, I think. Yeah, this one right here. Just for the pair of underwear. But do not grab the normal bubbles. Do not grab those. You don't need that crap. You have the bounce bubbles just below that you could get. But real quick, let's go to the store, see if there's anything else we need to break with the strong bubble, which I don't think there is. But just be safe. Let's make sure. We'll go ahead and get up here. This is where the last key is, so keep that in mind for when we get the bounce bubble. 190, 91, 92. Okay. Is there anything up here? Nope, just or down here, just jellyfish, okay. So officially we need the bounce bubble in order to get up there. Real quick, we are going to go ahead and go back and get that chest in that one room I told you to remember for later. The chest behind the barrier in that one room. So, if you have any idea what I'm talking about, I apologize. Oh, wait. Never mind. Because we can't go up here. Okay, fine. I'll play your game. I'll play your game. We'll move on. Alright, so go ahead and get your bounce bubbles. Because things are about to start getting bouncy. And not just the bouncy that they already are, because we're wearing basically spring shoes. But more specifically, over here. Well, actually first let's go up and get the key, obviously we need that. As well as the balloons that are with it. Oh! Okay, so the only doubloons that are left at this point are those doubloons from that one area, from that one room. So at this point, we need to backtrack, because at this point, yeah, we have all 3 keys, and all that's left are those 5 doubloons in that room with the chest inside that's trapped in the area that we need the storm bubbles to get to. So what you want to do next is go back, and you want to get the storm bubbles again. And once you get the storm bubbles, then you can go back to that room and break that barrier to get that chest. And as you recall, the storm bubbles are back here, down this shaft here. Okay. So now back to the big windy room. As you recall, we get there by falling down here. And if you don't care for 100%, you can go ahead and go back here and go to where the treasure chest is. It's over here, but we're not ready for that quite yet. We want to go back to this room. This is where our last few missing doubloons are, right over here. Oh god. Okay, thank god I made the jump. Yes. I swear I wasn't going to make that. And here we are, our last 5 doubloons of the level. Okay, so at full health, 18 lives, and 200 doubloons, we are now ready to finish off this level. Thank God. I was not looking forward to doing this one, but I mean, it's kind of fun after you get used to it, but still, it's kind of annoying sometimes. But I can definitely tell you this is very satisfying going through this, because the last time I went through here, I had the float bubbles. Those don't really do any good protecting against those jellyfish. But I digress. So, make your way back to the treasure chest because you are now ready to finish the level. Here we go. Now, since I'm up to 31 minutes before recording, before cutting and editing, let's just say we're not going to be doing anything else in this episode. We are done here. So, let's pick up the special cup. And with that, we unlock the chapter bonus. What is the chapter bonus? I'll tell you about it in the next episode, y'all. So next time on Revenge of the Flying Dutchman Game Boy Advance, we're going to take on the boss of Chapter 2, Plankton, which is also an episode reference, too. Pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to take on the boss of Chapter 2, and we're also going to take on the chapter bonus, too. So, see you guys then. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye. Oh yeah, obviously, we're also going to move on to Chapter 3, because we got to take on a level again. But, see you guys then. Bye.